All right. So this is one of my funnest series to do. If you're watching this channel, I do lots of different things. I do the in the morning, I'm always doing the daily millionaire news, basically where I talk about what's going on in the market. Yes, it used to be called daily financial news, which I think is an accurate title, but I am clearly trying to play with the YouTube algorithm by throwing the word millionaire in there. I have my team do lots of walkthrough videos. I do something called Real Talk. I do a great expert series Monday through Thursday. That's a lot of fun. But the thing I look forward to most is answering questions from my subscribers and my students. I just, it's great because I never know what you're thinking, right? So I'm just always guessing what you want. But when you send me questions or you leave comments in videos, I collect them now and try to put something out once a week, twice a week, depending on how many I get. So if you want to play along at home, all you have to do is subscribe, and then you can leave a question or comment in anything. I am the only person that sees these videos, so let's get to it. So the first question comes from a student, and it is, "Hey, basically, I read your book. You were talking about how 2020 very likely to be a market change like 2010 was. Should I be concerned about bank loans?" Well, first off, thank you for reading my book and finding that kind of connection. I think that's a logical connection. It's not correct, but it's logical. So let's kind of walk this through. So first off, in 2010, as I wrote in the book, banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, big banks, turned us down for loans, even though we had everything done correctly, right? Credit score, income, balance sheet, never missed a payment, all of that. We were shocked. But in reality, we probably shouldn't have been, right? The '08 crash that bled into 2010-11 was a real estate led recession, the Great Recession, if you will. I think it's often called. It was a real estate depression. Let's be clear. It was caused by bank loans, and lenders were in a lot of pain. They were in a lot of pain, and they were so short-sighted. They were processing so much REO and short sale inventory. They just didn't have bandwidth to um, identify good borrowers from bad. So they created some stupid rules, like nobody can get more than 4 investment loans. I mean, in hindsight, they have to realize how dumb that was. Who's more risky, the person that has 1 or 2, or the person that has 50? I mean, come on, right? But again, you can't judge logic. It was just reality. So people read my book and they were like, "Oh my God, I want to get started, but is 2020 going to be like 2010?" No, not even close. 2020 is perhaps polar opposite of 2010, my opinion. 2010 was a residential lending crisis. The asset was homes. Today, not true. People have 30-year fixed loans, no stupid loans. Um, Lenders are increasingly getting better rates. So I fully expect if you're getting your first or your fourth, as I talk about, right, you're going to have absolutely no problem getting a loan. You're going to have a credit score and income. We're not talking liar loans or anything like that. But if you have the good credit score and you have the income and the reserves, you're going to get a loan. And you'll probably get a loan from your main financial institution. So I appreciate the question, but yeah, you're not going to have a problem. So next up, I'm reading from an email actually. Uh, Basically, would you recommend start investing before or after buying your primary residence? This question goes on to highlight that I'm in San Francisco. So this individual lives in the Bay Area where I'm at. So I'm going to answer his question, and then we're going to go into kind of the bigger question. If you've been following this channel at all, you realize that I'm not a big fan about Bay Area real estate. I think it is grossly overvalued. I think it is in for a fall. I think I put out a video 2 or 3 days ago that it could see a haircut of 15% pretty easily. So I don't recommend if buying, I don't like buying at the peak. I mean, I'm cheap, frankly. I think the Bay Area at best is at the peak. Sure, maybe it can plateau, but I don't see upside. So again, if it was me, which is the only way I can answer this question, I would rent in the Bay Area and invest somewhere else. If I lived in 95% of the rest of the country, that's probably a harder decision. In the Bay Area, Manhattan, Orange County, easy decision. Rent, buy something. But that's like, 95, 98% of the country, it's a tougher decision. For this individual, it's not go buy investments and keep renting. But if you're going to plan to live somewhere, what you could do is, if you're going to live there for 10 years, then, you might want to buy first. If you really are going to plant roots, there's something in owning your home. That's an entirely different decision. I only talk about rentals and landlords and all of that. I talk a little bit about the Bay Area real estate because, again, I've lived here long enough to have an informed opinion. So that's the answer to that question. Once you've picked a market, what else do you consider? Schools, transportation, crime, all of that. The answer to this, right, and you're going to find this out in my course, is nothing. What I'm trying to teach you in the course is a skill. Think of it like a golf swing. Don't clutter your brain with extra details. Pick a decent zip code, right? And you should know what decent is. Whatever decent is in your market. And just get laser focused on that for 30, 60, 90 days as the course outline. Do not add more things to your plate. You are not trying to hone in and buy a deal immediately by going through this course. You are trying to learn a skill. If I can get the skill to you through this course, you are going to be able to repeat it over and over and over again in any market you choose. It's going to be something you thank me for decades, because once you have it, you don't lose it. So don't clutter your brain with extra stuff. Drop all of it to the side. Pick something. Get focused. And oh, by the way, we're all being asked to work from home now. Seems like a great time to buy the course and do some homework to me, but right, go work on your side hustle and, go get your 4 rental properties. So I just think it's, this course is about focus and confidence. I want you to focus and I want to build confidence. And you do that by not adding too many factors, because then you get all squirrely and you don't know where to look. So then this individual goes on, I'm not going to share the numbers, saved a decent amount of money. Where should I look to invest? Again, let's not talk about where yet. I'm not the person that's picking markets. There are people out there that propose to pick markets. I think that's dangerous because you're relying on someone else. This is about learning the skill, right? So if you live in San Francisco, for example, as this individual shared with me, you could do the course on San Francisco. Now, as I just said, I wouldn't buy there, but you could learn the skill by picking San Francisco, because then you could walk around and figure out what's going on. But you might want to pick Sacramento. You mentioned Sacramento in another question. You could pick Inland Empire. It doesn't matter, but pick your metro. Then you're going to get focused and more focused, okay? But again, you could pick San Francisco. You could learn the skill. Shoot, you could pick Beverly Hills. You could pick Manhattan. You could pick Orange County. But the key is you got to get focused, get laser, and start working on the extra criteria. Because again, I am trying to teach you the golf swing of real estate investing. Once you understand the swing and how to learn a market, take it and do whatever you want in any city you want for the rest of your life. So that's good. Then it goes on to say, what are your thoughts about Sacramento? I don't pick markets. I say do your homework and figure it out, right? I think every market is about to be disrupted, including Sacramento. Sacramento, a little bit like Fresno, right? It's off the coast. It's a little bit smaller than Fresno, so I have a feel for it. I've never done any research on it, so I would be guessing at best, which I don't like to do. But yeah, I mean, you've got to pick a market. So let's just agree with each other. The first thing you do, given you mentioned you just bought the course, is pick a market. Pick Sacramento, pick San Francisco. I don't care. Pick one. And then get to doing what the course outlines. And at the end of it, what I'm trying to get you is the skill of learning your market, so you can answer the only question that matters. What is a bad, average, good, and great deal? That's all I'm trying to help you understand. In your market, in your asset type, all I'm trying to help you do is what is a bad, average, good, or great deal. That's it. There's no magic in what I'm doing. It's discipline and consistent effort. It's focus. By doing that, I give you confidence. You have more confidence in yourself. That's all I'm trying to do. And I know it works because I still do it every single day. And that's why I can talk about this market swings and buyers disappearing. I have a bigger network, so escrow agents are calling me, agents are calling me. You'll get that too. But realize I speak with what I do, and I know it works, and I know it can help you. So again, that's what I have for my subscriber questions. If you have some and you want to just, put them down, go to the comment section and leave them, and I will do my best to answer them sometime in the next week. All right, everybody, take care. Thanks.